Hello. Hi, guys. Welcome to the second channel. We're going to just fiddle a little bit as we usually do. I had to quick throw stuff up, sorry. Because I was running just a little bit behind tonight. That tends to happen on Thursdays. But hi. Thank you for joining the second channel. When you get here, go ahead. I don't know why we look so crooked. That's yeah, when you get here, do say hello, please, so we can say hello back to you. Let me get So this is our second channel. On the other channel, hi sister. The other channel, we read short stories, usually classics or at least classic authors. And then on this channel, because I like to have a night where I prepare a little bit and then we get a little silly, we are reading Reddit stories. If you are not new to me, you know that I overreact. Don't tell anybody. And I've been on the verge of overreacting all week. So we are going to read other folks tonight and help them determine whether or not they are overreacting. So as we go ahead, leave your comments about what we're reading, whether or not you think they are overreacting. We will dive into the comments and see what Redditors think. And we'll just see what happens. But again, please say hello when you get here, so we can say hey back. This is just sparkly water with I think it's a sun-kissed little flavor thing. I don't know, but I decided we needed a cute straw tonight, so we're using a cute straw tonight. So our first story was actually, I think all of ours were posted in the subreddit, Am I Overreacting? And our first story was just posted yesterday. And it is called, Am I Overreacting? Job interviewer insulted my intelligence. So let's see if you are overreacting. 2 days ago, I had a job interview for a position at a small local insurance agency for an office assistant receptionist position. This is only my second interview for a job, and I got there 10 minutes before my interview and was left alone in the conference room for about 35 minutes. 35 minutes while I waited for the interviewer, who is the boss of this company and a man, to be ready. Okay, I'm hoping that has some bearing later on. Then I was brought to his office where the current receptionist, a woman, and another employee, a man, were also sitting at a conference table. I was expecting this to be a one-on-one interview, so that startled me. So they took you from the lobby into a conference room, left you alone for 35 minutes, and then came to get you. Okay. The interview was going fine, and I was confidently answering the questions being asked. It was slightly casual as we were all laughing and slightly going off topic into conversation. Then he says, "Do you see the glass as half full or half empty?" I stopped for a minute. Sounds like a reasonable interview question. And said, "I suppose I see it as half empty. I like to think about what needs to be done to fill the glass back up." He looked to the other people with a smirk and said, "I don't think she understands the question." The other woman started panicking and said, "No, no, it's half full." Yeah, I'm not sure why he thinks you. I mean, you gave an actually really good answer. Yeah. This made me incredibly anxious and flustered, and I quickly responded by saying, "Oh, I understand the question. It's pessimism versus optimism. I just see it as there is always room for improvement. When the glass is half full, no one is worrying about filling it up. So I think about what I can do to fill it." Then he said, "You can't just fill the glass up." I honestly did not even know what to say, so I just apologized and awkwardly laughed. And he luckily continued with the rest of the interview, which went fine. When I got home, I could not stop thinking about that interaction, though. Yeah, I'm puzzled by it myself. For some background, I'm a 26-year-old female and I have a bachelor's degree in international and homeland security and a master's degree in applied criminology. Okay, so you were applying for a job well below your skills. And he probably knew that looking at your resume. I graduated with a 4.0 GPA. I understood the question. To me, that is an open ended question with no right or wrong answer, and I answered truthfully. I'm not sure if he wanted me to tell him what he wanted to hear or what, but to turn to the other interviewers and make a remark about my intelligence while I'm sitting right there is unprofessional. Absolutely. You dodged a very big bullet, my dear. Yes. I just haven't stopped thinking about this moment in the interview, and it's making me not want to take the job. Do not take the job. Do not take the job. Insurance agency receptionist, girlfriend. No, no. Is this question normal? And is there really a right or wrong answer? Should I just suck it up and possibly endure more belittlement just because I need a job? Am I overreacting? Um, I would say that you were overreacting only in the fact that you were letting this place eat at your brain. This place is not, no, this is not it. No, no, no. I'm sure the job market where you are is as tough as it is here, but with your training and stuff, why are you not taking like an entry level position at your local sheriff's department? I'm not sure why you're taking this job, but if you just need something to band aid while you're waiting for a position with them to open, don't take this one. It's going to just be this. They know you're overqualified and they're going to talk to you like you're garbage. So just don't. So let's see what some of the comments say. First comment, when you go to a job interview, it's important to understand that the interview goes both ways. This is an example of the interviewer failing the interview. So many red flags. Absolutely. Like these places forget that they're the ones that are posting the position. They're the ones that need help. So yeah, you're better than this job. Don't take this job. Somebody else says 100% OP. I'm so sorry he reacted like that. It is an open-ended question and there's no wrong way to answer. His awful reaction is the glimpse of what it'll be like to work there. I think if I were you, I'd decline. Send an email saying you appreciate their time, but that you don't think the environment is a good fit for you. Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah. Okay, here's somebody who agrees with me. You sound way overqualified. I hope you find a position where the folks in charge appreciate your approach to solving problems. I'd love to work with people like you. Somebody responded to that. That jumped out at me too. I know it's a tough job market out there right now, but for a person with a master's and perfect GPA to be applying for a receptionist assistant job at a small business that isn't even remotely related to her major, well, that has me wondering if this is AI. Also, why is OP describing herself as a 26-year-old female instead of woman? I think this is some dude pulling our I think this is some dude pulling our leg. Yeah. Do. But again, this was just a day ago. So, yeah. So no responses from OP. So yeah, I really hope if you take these people's advice. Everybody in the comments is basically saying, don't work for this guy. He sounds awful. It sounds like this is just going to ruin your life. And it may not ruin your life, but it's going to make you not want to go to work in very short order. You're going to get tired of it. So yeah, don't even put yourself through it. As I say, if you need a part-time Band-Aid job, go talk to like a temporary agency and see what they can do for you. But yes. So what's our next one? Excuse me. Okay. Am I overreacting for eating my own birthday cake in front of my nephew? Some family drama. So it was my birthday yesterday. I'm 20s, living at home right now with my parents to save money. My sister, Kayla, not her real name, came over for dinner with her 4-year-old son, Leo, not his real name. Okay, so we're going to use fake names, which is awesome. Quick context. Kayla is extremely strict about Leo's diet. Like, no processed sugar, no dyes, basically no fun food ever. I think it's a bit much, but I usually just stay out of it. Good, because, yeah, parents, unless they're asking you for advice, and even sometimes when they are, they don't want it. So, especially if you don't have any, yeah, okay. I bought myself a really nice, expensive chocolate cake for my birthday. I didn't ask anyone else to pay for it. I just wanted a specific one from a local bakery. After dinner, I brought it out. Oh, okay. I know where this is going to go because, well, title says, but we could guess anyway. Kayla immediately got tense. She asked why I couldn't have waited until they left to bring it out. I told her it's my birthday dinner and I wanted cake. My parents were having fruit, but I sat down and started eating a slice. Yeah. Leo obviously saw it and started asking for some. Kayla told him no, it's yucky and bad for him. Oh, see, you can't say yucky because it's delicious and he can smell it and it smells delicious. So don't lie and say it's yucky. You can tell him that, you want him to have fruit. But yeah, don't lie. It's just going to make a mean kid. He started crying because, well, he's 4 and it's a giant chocolate cake. Kayla lost it. She called me a brat and said I was taunting a child and disrespecting her parenting by eating it in front of him. She ended up grabbing her stuff and leaving early while Leo was still sobbing. Now, my mom is saying I shouldn't have done that and should have just waited an hour to eat my own cake to keep the peace. I feel like I'm going crazy. It's my house, well, my parents' house, but I live here and my birthday. Am I actually overreacting by thinking she's being insane? I don't know that you're overreacting. I think you were being a little mean. You knew she wasn't going to let him have any, and your parents weren't having any. So unless it was about having candles on a cake and everybody singing to you and you blowing out the candles and all this stuff, I think it was a little mean. I do. And maybe her using the word taunting was a little harsh. I don't know if you were taunting, but you knew exactly that she wasn't going to let him have any. He's 4. And as soon as he gets told no, he's not going to be happy. So, yeah, I don't think you were the best TT. Um, oh, but somebody in the comments said, so she's not going to let him go to other kids' birthday parties? Or is she going to demand those kids wait until her special precious baby leaves to have their cake too? Your sister is an idiot. Somebody replied to that, your sister is an idiot. This. Sure, she has the right to raise her child the opposite of the entire planet. It's not the entire planet. So careful. Yeah. Okay. So Karen in our comments says, but also why can't you have a little slice of cake? Yeah. He has one aunt, unless his dad has sisters. So yeah. So yes, I definitely think that you were a little mean. But somebody else in the comments says, yeah, if she really wants her kid to not have sweets, that's fine. That isn't the issue. The issue is how she goes about it. She's doing no one any favors with how she's doing this. Everyone now just feels shitty. First, she also needs to teach her child how to regulate, which means she needs to regulate herself first and manage not having what others have. She just wants OP to wait to make it easier for herself, not for her kid. I say this as a relatively new parent of a toddler and as a therapist. Okay. She's shown her kid that if you don't get what you want, in this case for OP to not eat cake in front of her kid, then you can throw a tantrum. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is kind of an everybody sucks here. Unless you screamed back at her, it doesn't sound like you overreacted. I think you were just being a little mean, knowing that your sister, especially if you know this is the way your sister is. I think you kind of set up a bad situation. But it's your birthday. Have cake. Have cake. And if it's that big, then your sister knew there was cake. So, yeah. I don't know. I think this is just kind of a everybody sucks here situation. Um, oh, okay. Am I overreacting for not wanting to give my siblings part of my inheritance? We shall see. My brother adopted me when our parents died, and he passed away last week. Oh, he was very successful. I am so sorry. When was this? Oh, 23 hours ago. Oh, this was just yesterday. Wait. Oh, you just posted this yesterday. Okay. So and he passed away last week. Okay. Okay, tracking. He was very successful and had his estate professionally planned. In his will, he left a significant portion to me and the rest to his wife. Our siblings were not included. How old are you? I don't see an age. Maybe it'll be down further. Okay. Since the funeral, my siblings have been saying I manipulated him and that is unfair because I'm not his real child. They've said some pretty hurtful things and are threatening to contest the will. But where were they? Okay. One of them texted me. Oh, this is short. One of them texted me that I didn't even show up while he was dying, but showed up for the money, which really hurt. Yeah. I was at the hospital, just not every single day because I have a child and I genuinely loved him. Were they? And where were you when you were a little baby child? Like, where were they when your brother needed to adopt you because your parents died? Now I feel guilty. Part of me wonders if I should just give some money, like 10 to 15%, to make this stop. I don't want a legal fight and I don't want to feel like I'm tearing the family apart. I mean, do they have kids that like you could set money aside for college for? I don't know. I mean, people get weird when somebody dies and there's any kind of money. Um Yeah. Your brother adopted you. He left you an inheritance as his child, not as his sibling. Your siblings can kick rocks. Listen, you don't have to, you could put anybody in your will for any reason. And if you're not in somebody's will, it's probably on you. It's probably on you. Let's see what our comments say. Literally, people are just so selfish. They just want that money. There was a reason that their brother left it to this person. Yes, exactly. Because when OP needed a family, because OP's parents died. So, like, all of their parents died. OP's brother was the only one to step up. This is crazy. This is crazy. People just make me mad. Just make me mad. Okay. Let's see if we have a good one. Oh, am I overreacting for skipping a family dinner? Okay, let's find out. I want to preface this by saying that I realize we are all adults, since we are all mostly over 30 and most have children, but I, being a people pleaser, same, am asking for some insight. Seeking information from strangers because I seriously need some perspective, as I don't want to take this personally or unreasonably. Ooh. Okay. I've often felt dismissed by my family and often felt like I'm unimportant or being belittled, really like I'm an afterthought. I'm a single parent and am fairly independent. Many of my family members are naturally judgmental, and it's hard to listen to, so I try to keep boundaries, but still try to be a part of the family. I get that. Well, it was time for our regular family dinners. Everyone gets a chance to pick. And per usual, the person who has the closest birthday to the dinner day gets to pick. I like that. I really do. I like that. That way there's not, excuse me, sir. Hi, Leonard. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. Um, well, mine was closest, so I got to pick. Comments I got were most people won't be happy with it. That's pretty expensive. Mind you, many have picked much more expensive places. And why did you even pick that? They don't have to go. I mean, unless you pick like a specific like French restaurant that costs out the butt, you can find something on a menu. I'm an incredibly picky eater, but I am easy to take out to eat because I will find something on the menu. But anyway, my computer's jumping around right now. Is somebody like, whoa. That's weird. Do we have a ghost? My Reddit screen was just scrolling itself up and down. Okay. Seriously. Okay. Do you guys see my hands? Okay. Either somebody can remote into my computer or we have a ghost. This is crazy. I just watched it move. Okay, sorry. Let's get back into the story. Oh, something is stuck. So no, 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 something is not stuck. Okay, look, I'm holding it in my hand. I'm setting it right down. The cursor's not even, I mean, okay, let's move the cursor over to the screen. We have a ghost. Anyway. Wait, would that be overreacting? Am I the drama? I can't be the drama. I might be the drama. Anyway, okay, so everybody's complaining that my sibling asked my parents if we were doing anything for my birthday since his family doesn't come to the large family dinners. Hey, listen, you think just because you're taking me to a concert, you can talk to me any way you want? You can. Okay. And my mom said, why would that even be a question? We don't do anything for your birthday, directly to me, meaning no close family dinners and no dessert for me. Mind you, we are close in age, and he has regular birthday dinners with dessert that my family makes for him. Even if not on his birthday, my parents plan a day to do it for him, and my mom makes his favorite dessert every year, something that I haven't gotten in years. Oh, I know what's happening. Hey, sir, we don't have a ghost. We have a Leonard who is climbing on my keyboard. Hold on. Excuse me, sir. Hi, I love you. But you know what happens when you climb on the keyboard? The screen does weird things. The computer thinks you actually want it to do something. Oh. Kittens. We love kittens. Okay, so anyway, so your mom does stuff for your brother, not for you, and even question why they would do something for you. That's crazy. Okay. And his birthday dinner is completely different and separate from the family dinners that are done regularly. And his family doesn't include me and my child in dinners and special occasions that our parents are included in, such as Mother's Day and Father's Day dinners, birthday dinners for the kids, family dinners at their house, etc. I've only heard about these things after the fact. I'm just tired of being an afterthought and excluded from the family gatherings except for holidays. Okay. Okay, we're going to read this, but I have an opinion, but we're going to finish. Okay. I'll also note that my child and I weren't even included in the large family dinners until recently when I brought something up, as my mother couldn't stop talking about how wonderful an in-law that came all the time was. I don't like making waves and usually try to stay silent until it's too much. But I have brought up the fact that my sibling has had birthday dinners with dessert, Mother's Day and Father's Day dinners, and other dinners often with our parents where I haven't even been considered, and my mother said that it's not true. That when I bring up exact dates, that she says, well, it's not that often. I don't want to make it sound like poor me and like I'm pouting that my birthday isn't about me, because I don't care that I have a birthday celebration. It's just I feel like there's such a difference in the treatment. Am I reading too much into this? So would I be overreacting if I just let them know in advance that I don't want to do the regular family dinner that falls around my birthday, and then just take a break from the family dinners? Okay, so there's a whole lot missing in this. Mostly over 30 and most have children. I don't think you sound like a people pleaser. I mean, yeah. I don't understand you. I mean, Mother's Day and Father's Day are not the same day, but the same day of the week, or the same day of the month every year. Like it's the first Sunday in May or the second Sunday in May for Mother's Day. Your calendar says Your parents' birthdays, you should know. Like, why is it up to them to plan something and invite you? When was the last time you planned a family dinner? And maybe you can't. Maybe you can't afford to do that. And I get that. But if you don't ever plan, and you said that they were like, you just found out about these family dinners. So they have a different dynamic that you are just stepping into. And it's going to take some getting used to. And maybe just ask your brother, hey, can I help you plan something for Mother's Day this year? Can I help you plan something for Father's Day this year? Don't just wait to be invited, because I can tell you from experience, it's not that you are an oversight, but if you left for a while and you weren't accepting invitations, people will stop inviting you because you don't go. So again, step up, communicate, because this is not being a people pleaser. This is not speaking up for yourself until you're bent out of shape. So, yeah, I think you might be overreacting a little bit. I think you are probably reading too much into this, but it feels like there's a lot missing about the dynamics, the additional dynamics between you and the extended family members that these big dinners are with. I'm confused. Okay, so first comment, I don't think you're overreacting. Okay. There are some questions that I would ask myself if I were you, and I'll explain why. So the first thing I would ask is this something that has gone on your whole life? Do you often feel as if everyone else gets praised and appreciated, but no matter what you do, not only are you overlooked, but you get criticized for even the smallest details? Do you often feel invisible, or if the family is deliberately leaving you out of things? In public, do your parents scramble to reassure everyone that they treat all of their children equally? Do your parents have issues with anything that could affect their public image? Okay, so that's a lot of questions. The reason why I'm asking questions like this is because often when you see that one child is being singled out or bullied, usually one or more of the parents are narcissists. Narcissists have what is called a victim child. It doesn't matter what you do, it will never be good enough because they have to have someone to target. Do you feel as if even from the time you were growing up that you were made to feel as if you couldn't speak up, as if everyone else's needs needed to be, it's supposed to be else's, but it is else is needs needed to be met except for yours? You may want to consider looking into books or articles or videos where people who grew up with narcissistic parents express and share their experiences. If you do find that you fall under this category, you need to ask yourself another question. Why do I continue to be a part of this family if I've been left out of my entire life? If you are already self-sufficient and independent, you may want to consider going low to no contact with these people. Even if they do love you or say they love you, loving yourself is more important. Even if it turns out they're not narcissistic, it's still okay for you to refuse to have them disrupt your peace of mind. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Reddit's really quick to just cut them off, go no contact. And those are people who have probably not ever gone no contact, and it sucks. It sucks because, yes, there is that piece of, I don't have to deal with some of these things, but if you cut them out before you talk to them about this, because it sounds like you were talking about this in front of like everybody and just it got really uncomfortable for people. So maybe this is a conversation you need to have with your mom privately or your brother privately And I am by no means an expert at anything other than tripping over my own feet. I can do that better than anybody. But yeah, I'm just missing a lot in order to really, yeah. Yeah, I think maybe you just need to lean on some friends, or just talk to your family, just talk to your brother. I think we're missing a lot because we're just not talking to each other. Yeah, I think that could be solved fairly easily. Let's see if we can find one more. Ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da. Hmm. Okay. I'll find one last one. So how are you guys doing? Are you doing okay? I hope so. Oh. Um. Sorry, guys. I know how I'm going to react to some of these, so I'm just not. I know. Um, I need to talk to you about that. So, I think, yeah, I'm going to go for tonight, but I will see you guys Wednesday on the main channel at 7:30, here next Thursday at 7:30. And if you're not busy at 9 tonight, look up the Hallowed Hearth podcast and you'll see my face. You'll see a couple of other hopefully familiar faces. And I'm going to get out of here. I'll talk to you guys later, okay? Thank you so, so much for being with me. Love each other. Do the stuffs. Like, share, subscribe. Please, please, please share, 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 share. Love you. Bye.